I'm on the mission. A mission. Today is the day. Start your ignition. Let's take it away.
In this Jamaica Olympic Association feature, we turn the clock back to June of 2017 when Attorney at Law Christopher Samuda became the second person in 41 years to head the association and the 9th president overall. The first of the previous 8 presidents was the Honourable Norman Manley, who served from 1936 to 1940. Then came Herbert MacDonald, who served from 1940 to 1943, Harry Days from 1947 to 1949, George Deno from 1949 to 1955, then Herbert MacDonald again from 1955 to 1956, Benito Machado from 1956 to 1957, Tony Bridge from 1957 to 1977, and Mike Fennell from 1977 to 2017. When Samuda was elected president of the most powerful sporting body in the country on June 27, 2017, he vowed that it would not be business as usual with the new administration. He rang in the changes, employing a chief executive officer, CEO, in Ryan Foster to run the affairs of the association, a business development manager, a communications director, and several others.
I would have gotten my schooling from the Grace Kennedy cadre and the Grace Kennedy family under Don Webby, Douglas Surrey, and Joe Taft, Courtney Campbell. I think transitioning from Tasty Parties into one of Jamaica's iconic organization or association, which is the Jamaica Olympic Association, I think to have worked for 3 associations or 3 companies or entities, I'm a blessed individual. I share the same vision to what the board of directors of JOA would have articulated in their manifesto. First things first, the first thing I'd like any other CEO starting in a new role and position would be to look at what exists and what exists in terms of what is the existing status quo, what is the existing structure. The first thing I would do in my first 6 months would be to look at to develop and implement an organizational structure and culture that supports the vision of the board of directors. And by implementing that structure and that vision, I think will all go well to get everybody on the same page. The second thing would be to communicate that vision, the vision of the board and the vision of myself, to our member associations and all stakeholders and sponsors of the JOA, whether it be internal stakeholders or external stakeholders. Our member associations must feel a part of the JOA, and they must feel as if the JOA is a part of them. The third thing would be to monetize the assets of the JOA. I think for far too long, the brand Jamaica has not leveraged that asset properly to monetize and get back that financial value.
The association suddenly became a business entity, and the JOA membership jumped to 41 with the addition of 4 associations: darts, skateboarding, handball, and chess.
This induction today is significant because the Chess Federation existed from February 1969. We have been trying to become members for roughly 50 years. So today is truly significant, and on behalf of my executive council, the wider membership, I'd like to thank President Christopher Samuda and his executive members and the directors of the Jamaica Olympic Association for having the perspicacity, the vision.
I really believe that the sport is one that should be on that big stage as the Olympic stage. So now that we are a member, we are going to be meeting with our other counterparts in the Caribbean, and I'm sure that we'll all be making a push towards having the sport become an Olympic sport.
41 member associations are up from 36 when we came in to office, and we have applications before us that we are going to make a determination on. So the membership is growing, but we have to now ensure that it grows in a very structured way and that everyone understands the principles of development, of sport governance, and that each association will be able to have a fair opportunity to have a cadre of athletes that will be properly resourced, that will be affair with the principles of governance, that will also be affair with the basic tenets of how you conduct yourself and a sense of humanity that you should have in order to ensure that you are able to actualize. So the Jamaica Olympic Association is looking holistically at the development of our athlete, and this is non-negotiable for us.
We'll be right back after this timeout.
Today is the day. Start your ignition. I'm on the mission. Today is the day. Start your ignition.
Welcome back. The astute CEO Ryan Foster, with less than a year in the hot seat, has carved out a niche in getting sponsorships, with over $100 million already secured. We relive moments of 4 major announcements. Toyota Jamaica joined with the JOA at a function where an MOU was signed at their Old Hope Road office in July.
Toyota Motor Corporation is one of the major sponsors for the Tokyo Olympics in 2020. And this isn't just a normal sponsorship. Akira Toyoda, the president of Toyota Motor Corporation, has got very involved in this himself. It's most certainly not just another sponsorship deal. In fact, this sponsorship has actually changed the direction of Toyota. Akira Toyoda has been so impressed with the commitment and the dedication of the athletes, and in particular the Paralympics, and these athletes who they come above all the challenges that they have and succeed. And we're very proud to partner with the Jamaica Olympic Association. We believe this partnership, it's not just the bus that you see here today. There'll be many forms of the partnership, but with this bus it means that the JOA are going to be able to get not just the athletes but budding athletes to events, to training events. So we see this as a way of developing the youth coming forward, which we're very happy to be part of.
From the election of a new executive last year, the JOA made it very clear that we would have their support once we had a strategic plan and a mission that focused on taking our game to new heights. We created a plan and the JOA delivered their support in cash, advice, and mentorship. It is a partnership in which Jamaica Cycling feels that the JOA is making an investment in the sport of cycling, and we get to be the vehicle through which this investment is made. This is true partnership. Everyone wins. When you have great partnerships, there is a quest to up your game and not to disappoint.
Working so closely with the JOA offers a kind of a catalyst, and this motivates the JFF now more than ever. And I really wonder, and I say to Raymond sometimes, is the JOA a new entity? Because the JFF has never had this kind of relationship and have gotten this kind of support from the JOA.
The JOA and Toyota have many things in common. We are driven by excellence. We give good mileage and value for the spend and investment. We have a proven history of reliability and performance. We go beyond the present in gaining currency, and we are futuristic in vision with traditional values. We both are evolving with the changing times, but are timeless in creating confidence, inspiring dreams, and designing success. So in welcoming you, and if I may use that flamboyant expression, it is JOA and Toyota to the world.
The Jamaica Olympic Association, in partnership with Toyota Jamaica, has signed a 3-year partnership in initial phases up to August 2020. The partnership will involve 3 things, 3 components. 1, it will involve the Toyota Jamaica Limited giving the JOA a Toyota Hiace bus to be used for its members associations and for sporting events, conventions, workshops, etc. The second component of the deal will involve the JOA and its directors benefiting from discounted and preferential rates for the acquisition of vehicles, motor cars and sports utility vehicles. And the third component of it as well is that this preferential and discounted rate will be extended to our member associations in the acquisition of sports utility vehicles, motor cars, as well as buses for their respective sporting disciplines.
Starlight Productions was also a part of the JOA's plans. This would form part of the new way the JOA presented and delivered press conferences and functions via a state-of-the-art multimedia partnership. The announcement was made at the Terra Nova Hotel in August of 2018.
Brand Jamaica continues to be strengthened because of the work being done by the JOA, working closely with the associations. It means then that we as the ministry with responsibility for sport, and again, the link that we have with entertainment as well. What will happen is that so many countries across the world, whenever it is that an association here puts on an event and they recognize the brand Jamaica having not just sports as a part of the brand, but entertainment, the entertainment package that comes with an event in Jamaica is tremendous.
We want to participate and we want to contribute to the development of sports overall. We want to use our expertise and use that as a platform to support the new look, the new feel in the presentations, in the events, the look, the sound, the excitement. We want to add our area of expertise to all of the sporting events that the Olympic Association will be participating in. We're very excited about it. As I said earlier, we are patriotic, so it certainly gives us the goosebumps as everybody gets from participating in these international events and seeing our flags waved in the stadium, especially outside of Jamaica.
Our partnership is expected in first instance to span 4 years. The Jamaica Olympic Association has committed to engage in exclusively Starlight Production Limited for all marketing and promotional activities being hosted by the Jamaica Olympic Association, such as Olympic Day, Olympic Mingles, press conferences, the Olympic Order/JOA Award, or where the JOA serves as title sponsors through its member associations. As one of our preferred partners, Starlight will provide the Jamaica Olympic Association with a contract value of over $20 million. The deal does not stop there, as Starlight will be our key partner in the execution of our Olympic Manor in Tokyo, Japan, as well as our Commonwealth Manor in Birmingham, England.
The JOA at no time left out their members, and members' representatives endorsed what they were doing.
They've made it possible for us to camp for the first time. We have been going to World Championships and Commonwealth Games for years now and really doing well. But we have been unable to do what the other big nations would have done. And this was the first time we were able to actually go to New Zealand. We camped there and we beat them 3 times, you know, historically. Yes.
Currently, squash is not an Olympic sport, but in spite of that, we receive very significant support, encouragement and guidance from the Jamaica Olympic Association. And really, I see the JOA as the keepers of the sporting flame in Jamaica. We have such a proud and fantastic history.
The recently concluded CSC Games presented a wildcard spot for my sport 2 weeks before the opening ceremony. The JOA staff, and please allow me to just highlight some names: Amika, Miss Brown, Miss Bernard, Laurel Smith, Mrs. Kong, and our president, Mr. Samuda, did everything within their means to cut a 6-week paperwork process to a matter of days. And to my surprise, our president and other members of the management team made themselves available to attend 2 of my practice sessions whilst in Colombia to gain an understanding of my sport. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been competing seriously for 10 years, and I have never been given this type of support.
We'll be right back after this timeout.
Today is the day. Start your ignition. I'm on the mission. A mission. Today is the day. Start recognition.
Welcome back. And our next stop with the JOA machine is at the Courtly Hotel with Lasco, whose contribution was $28 million.
The Lasco affiliated companies to Lasco Distributors Limited, Lasco Manufacturing, Lasco Financial Services are extremely proud to support the JOA with a sponsorship package of $28 million over the next 4 years. So this partnership will extend beyond the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. Under the Lasco JOA partnership, 41 member sporting organizations will benefit from the wide range of Lasco nutritional products, extensive promotional support, financial services, and of course, cash contribution. We are proud to do so as a company rooted in our Jamaican heritage. And as the official nutrition partner of the JOA, we will provide a wide range of nutritious products geared towards athletes, such as our Nutrify and our Lasco food drink.
My rugby players love Lasco. Budgetary constraints, you know what I mean? So the next best thing instead of the big buckle of nutrition powder is Lasco. So these guys and they need it because they take hits and they play bigger players than them who have big money coming in and nutrition support from all over the place. So to stand up to those hits, they have to drink a lot of Lasco. So we are very happy that you are here. You have no idea. Two of them right now smiling, going like this. Yep, Lasco.
Most of all, I'm very pleased that they're looking at minor sport. My sport is not a minor sport, but here they're saying it's minor, it's not. And we're going to be a force to reckon with. But we need the help of the JOA and we need Lasco.
As a player, I can commit to working hard. I can say for sure that with this partnership, with this kind of motivation, it will help others, not just myself or others in table tennis, but all sports, to want to work hard. Seeing things like this, being given more opportunities to do well, is exactly what we need, especially as minor sports. So again, thank you very much for the partnership.
The JOA has urged all member associations capable of participating in the 2020 Olympics and beyond to work hard so that the country can be represented in more sports than ever before, as this will give hope of getting 10 sports to the Games, giving the 10 in 20 campaign more than a possibility of becoming a reality.
You see, the hurdle is far less for rowing. You have to really only go through one set of qualifiers that will take place in 2020 somewhere in the region. So we're competing against other persons in Central and South America and the Caribbean. So we know Cuba, typically there's almost a guaranteed place for Cubans in rowing in the Olympics. But amongst the other countries, I think we have quite a bit of ability and advantage over the others. But of course we have to get over those in Chile, in Argentina, in Mexico and Brazil, who are also in our region, and we know we can win.
A winning goal at particular tournaments really gives you the amount of points you need, so there's a qualification period in 2019 and we're actually trying to get our players in that zone, you understand, getting down in events, qualifying with major points. That's why we're actually targeting the Pan Am Games. We're targeting gold there for the men's doubles team, not only the men's doubles team, but we have other players that we can fit into that space. However, Sam and Garrett right now are the ones that seem more probable of a possible qualification for 2020, and we just need to give them the support.
The year was 1948. 70 years ago that Jamaica first participated in the Olympic Games, and since then the country has been in the business of building legends, the latest being Usain Bolt, but certainly the latest on the list of sponsors on a growing JOA roster has been a long-standing supporter of Jamaica's participation.
Well, we've been involved actually for over 100 years. In the Olympic movement, it goes back nearly 40 years. And currently we've been associated with 40 NOCs, but the one primary National Olympic Committee that we are always interested in for the Olympic Games is the Jamaican Olympic Association. Not only because of the track and field athletes, but all their new sports that are starting to develop and expand. And so we're excited to continue this partnership for another 5 Olympic Games. We want to be associated with an organization and a country that has a brand that's going to help us not only from a profit standpoint, but also in terms of supporting the legacy of the Olympic Games. The stars of the Games still come from Jamaica, and they'll continue to come from Jamaica. And so to be a part of that is an honor, and we're willing to do whatever we can to continue to work with them.
What Chris and his team has done is that they have made us starting to believe in ourselves. And we're already seeing this, the sports that are excelling. We are hearing of badminton, we're hearing of squash. New sports are coming into the JOA, even though they are not Olympic sports. The family is growing.
Handball is an infant in a land of legends, Jamaica being the legend. So I know going forward, the JOA, we have to deliver for you.
For the first time ever in my rugby career, the JOA CEO and President said these words: "We believe in you, we support you, and we back you 100%. Those words made a big difference. Never in the sport of rugby has an organization said those words to us and actually fulfilled them.
This arrangement is valued at $260,000 US in cash and in value in kind for 5 games. This deal represents a 100% increase over previous arrangements and will allow the JOA and its members greater flexibility and the ability to meet the heavy demands of our contingents going to the Olympic Games. The contract will give us value in kind for hotel accommodations, ground transportation, as well as air travel to both the winter and the summer games.
The JOA has an eclectic palette and appetite for sport development and visions our 10 in 20 campaign for Tokyo through the sunlit stratosphere of powdered clouds to game-changing accomplishments on the ground. The courts, the pool, the track, the field, the turf, and the bar. For us, this partnership with Carton Global is about giving spectators, the fans or external stakeholders, the opportunity to grasp and share a time in our sporting history with its makers.
The changes made by President Samuda and CEO Foster have been welcomed by everyone, including First Vice President Christian Stokes.
Understand that it would have been very easy for Chris to come in, walking in a straight line and simply take the next step. Nothing was wrong with the JOA, you know. But if you have a vision, a plan, and most importantly, and this is where the executives of the JOA come in, the willingness and the capacity to do the work, you can actually bend the trajectory of the future. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can change it. You don't have to accept so it go. You can actually change the trajectory of the future. And I'm very happy and proud and pleased to be a part of a team that has already, and you may think that we've been here 10 years, is a year and 2 months. And I'm going to get in trouble and my phone is going to ring, but I've seen more change here than 40 years prior, or maybe even the 70. And I'm open to be challenged on that, because I think I can demonstrate it.
It was a tremendous year, absolutely tremendous year. I think our member associations have seized the vision and really living the mission now.
I totally agree, President, and I want to thank the sponsors of the JOA, our new sponsors of the JOA, Puma, Lasco, Starlight, Carton, Toyota, Jamaica, and now to be Mayberry Limited. This year has been tremendous for the JOA, and I think these partnerships like these with an expanded member relations core will all go very well in terms of expanding sport and sport governance in Jamaica.
Absolutely. We look for another year of success in 2019, and we really want to thank our members, because without them, we can't be. And with them, we will succeed together.
You have just watched a presentation of the new JOA, changing their focus to a business model. Thanks for watching and pleasant viewing.
Let's take it away.